Hi everyone! So in case you don't know, I am living in China. I'm not sure how you wouldn't know because I feel like that's all I've talked about for like the last year and a half with all of my friends and family. This has been a long time planning. So yeah, I'm finally here. So I realised the other day that I've actually been here for 5 weeks as of Tuesday, and I had all the intentions of keeping a blog, keeping you all updated, but obviously that ship has sailed. In my defence, I didn't have Wi-Fi for like 3 weeks, so not exactly easy to keep a blog. So yeah, I just figured a little video life update would be quite a good idea for you all, for all my friends and family, and just all those people out there who are a little bit curious about what the hell I'm doing over here. Like I said, I am in China. I have suspended my studies for the year to come here and teach English to Chinese students. A little bit mad, but I think it will be an incredible experience. I mean, I've only been here a month and I'm already having a really good time, so that's really good. So yeah, just to backtrack a bit, so I flew to China on the 20th of August. That was all a bit of a mad rush. I wasn't really sure when exactly I was going because I had a lot of visa issues. So I flew on a Monday, so I literally got my hair cut, went for breakfast with my mum and dad, got the train from MK to London, dashed across London to pick up my passport with its visa in, and then made my way to Heathrow for my evening flight even. So yeah, a bit of a mad day. Flew to Beijing no problem, and arrived in Beijing safely. So I am teaching in a school over here, and I applied through a program called the British Council in England. It's a really good program. They do similar things in other countries, so if you're interested and can speak another language, it's quite a good program to be involved in. So we are called English language assistants, which is actually quite funny because we're definitely not assistants. We are full-on teachers. The responsibility is real. I think in other countries you're more of an assistant, but in China you're definitely considered to be, you know, a full-on teacher. So there must be about 60 of us ELAs in China this year, and we all had like a week-long training program in Beijing. So it was really nice to meet the other ELAs, make some friends, some people to visit, so that's really good because we're all kind of spread out across China. The week in Beijing was quite intense. We had class every morning so that we could get our TEFL certificates. Then in the afternoon we would go to local Chinese schools to teach. That was mad because it would be like a 3-hour class, and it's a summer school, so the kids don't really want to be there, so it's quite hard kind of thinking of things to keep them entertained for 3 hours. A lot of fun, big learning curve. At the time hated it, but in hindsight pretty grateful for the experience. And like I said, it was really good to meet some of the other ELAs. So I am based in Guizhou province, which is in southwest China. So Guizhou is quite poor province in China, but I'm quite glad to be here. I kind of wanted to experience real China versus what we see in the West as China. I think a lot of people see places like Shanghai and Beijing, which are incredible, but a lot of China is quite rural and quite poor. So I was quite keen to experience the other side of China. So yeah, there must be about 7 of us ELAs in my province. Everyone else is based in Guiyang, which is the capital of my province. I am based in a small city called Xingyi. Xingyi actually has the same population as Liverpool, which obviously in the UK is a big city, but in terms of China it's considered a small city. I get a lot of people asking me why I'm here of all places, but I've actually been messaging an American guy who's teaching here, so hopefully we'll meet up in the next few days, so that'd be quite nice to have a little friend to experience the craziness that is China. He told me that there's only 7 foreigners in the whole city, so yeah, I think that kind of puts it into perspective how rural I am in terms of off the beaten track, not somewhere tourists come. Xingyi is actually really beautiful. The scenery here is gorgeous. You might have seen some of my pictures. So yeah, I'm quite happy where I am. Obviously it's just a bit of a shock coming here and not really knowing anyone. The teachers here, the Chinese teachers who teach English here, are lovely, very, very friendly. been very welcoming, inviting me out and stuff. I am obviously teaching here in a high school. I live in the school, which is quite funny as well. I'll definitely make a video of the school because it's quite different to a British school, especially because the students live here. They work so hard, it's mad. Yeah, crazy. I can't, like, if British students had to do half of what these kids do, I think there'd be protests. It's just quite funny. But yeah, so I teach 20 classes a week, which is quite a lot. And each class has maybe 40 or 50 students in, so literally 1,000 students I see every week, and it's mad, it's crazy, but they're all really sweet, all very keen and excited to see me. This school hasn't had a foreign teacher in 5 years, so I'm definitely a bit of a novelty. All the kids are like excited to see me. The first week I was constantly getting told how beautiful I was, which is a bit awkward. So I think I'll be coming back to the UK with a massive ego. So my children are maybe 14, 15. So I figured, you know, old enough to pick an English name, right? No, I was so wrong. I have some class lists here and some of the names are just so funny. Basketball's really big here, so I have a lot of Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, quite a few of them in my classes. I have a kid called Brush, a Dracula, someone called Bunny, Rainbow. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting names, but yeah, I feel like I should change them, but every time I have to call on them it gives me a little chuckle, so I might just I think I'll leave it. I also used a lot of your names, a lot of my friends' names, so when the students couldn't think of a name for themselves, I'd say to them, oh, what about this? So yeah, you all have Chinese counterparts running about, so that's quite cute. They love their English names, so it's quite sweet. In terms of classes, I teach like an oral English class, so the emphasis is very much on speaking. So I'm trying to keep things quite fun. I have a textbook, but the stuff in there is quite dry. So last week we spoke about superheroes, which was quite fun, teaching them the English names of a lot of superheroes, and getting them to make their own superheroes. So I think they enjoyed that quite a lot. I think just trying to keep things fun so that they're more likely to speak to me if it's stuff they actually enjoy. So yeah, obviously I've got a lot of ideas. Halloween is something I can obviously talk about in the coming weeks. This weekend I did some travelling. I went to Guiyang, which, like I said, is the big city in the province, to meet some of the other ELAs. Didn't do any filming in Guiyang because I was just so excited to see everyone, but I definitely feel like it's somewhere I'd go again, so next time I'll definitely make a video. I think I'm just a bit reluctant to walk around with my camera out, but I figure people stare at me anyway, so I might as well have my camera out. So yeah, so the reason I went to Guiyang this weekend was on Monday is actually a big festival in China. It's the Mid-Autumn Festival. So I had no class on Monday and Tuesday, so I thought I'd make the most of the opportunity of the time off and do some travelling. So one of the things that the Chinese do for Mid-Autumn Festival is they eat these things called moon cakes, in Mandarin, Yue Bing, and they are almost like pastries with different fillings inside. So you can have meat and fruit and nuts. I had one the other day that was salted egg yolk, which was really, really nice. I quite enjoyed. So yeah, moon cakes are a very big thing. You give them to your friends and your family. I have literally so many moon cakes, it's mad. I don't know how I'm gonna eat them all. Like, I must have about 20 different moon cakes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and eat them all somehow. It's just really bad because they're actually quite fattening. So I thought I'd lose weight in China, but I don't think that's gonna happen if I eat all these moon cakes. And these ones I tried the other day, and they are rose flavored, as in flour, and they are really not very nice. Literally taste like eating soap, and I have like 5 of them, so I'm gonna have to like try and fob them off on people. So yeah, I've prattled on long enough, I think. Don't really know what else to talk about. I think, yeah, this last month has just kind of been settling in, getting to know my classes, getting to know my timetable. So yeah, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else to say. But yeah, this has been nice. Quite enjoyed it. So yeah, Zaijian from China. I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.